Hello everyone, this is Maryellen Boyce. I'm one of the dietitians here at TRU PACE, and I want to talk to you a little bit today about increasing your fruits and vegetable intake. The title of my presentation, The Pot of Gold at the End of the Rainbow, The Power of Fruits and Vegetables. So today we're going to talk a lot about the benefits of fruits and vegetables and specifically getting a variety of fruits and vegetables in your diet. So my first question I just want you to think about is, what do you think the best fruit or vegetable is for seniors? Just take a moment and think about them. There's no really right or wrong answer. At the end of the presentation, I'm going to give you my opinion about the answer to this question, but maybe you can continue to consider this as we go through some of the information today, and maybe you'll change your mind about what you think. So we're going to talk about phytonutrients. So phytonutrients are the part of the fruit or vegetable that gives it its color, right? So you can kind of tell by phyto, that's sort of like a light, or what gives it its color. And it's those different components also strengthen the immune system of the plant. So as over the centuries plants have evolved, they develop defenses that they genetically pass on to their future plants and seeds that produce genetically superior, right, that are able to withstand bugs and oxidation and all of those things. And then when we eat those foods, those fruits and vegetables, we're able to take on some of those protective benefits that they have evolved to have over the centuries. So we reduce our risk as well. So some of the health benefits include antioxidant benefits, anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, fungal, chemoprotective, neuroprotective, hypolipidemic, and hypotensive protection in those phytonutrients. So I want you to think about phytonutrients as the color of the different fruits and vegetables, and they can give you benefits to protect you, specifically from diseases like cancer and inflammation that causes heart disease and other chronic diseases. But we'll talk more about that in a moment. So I want to first mention fruit and vegetable intake. How many should you be getting a day? So the dietary guidelines for older adults say that you should probably be getting about 2.5 servings of vegetables a day and 1.5 servings of fruit. So if you can think, at least 4 or even maybe 5 servings of fruits and vegetables a day are going to be exactly what you need. And you really get additional benefits when you vary the types of fruits and vegetables that you include, right? Getting quite a variety can really be helpful. So this is from a study, a meta-analysis. So meta-analysis is a combination of taking a bunch of different studies that have been done and combining those results of those studies together to kind of get one big result. And they wanted to see if it helps to have a variety of fruits and vegetables and not just number of servings of fruits and vegetables. And they found that there was additional benefits when you had a variety over, even if you had 4 fruits and vegetables in both groups, if one has a variety, you get more protective benefits. Right? So on this, we're not going to really go over it a lot, but if you can see, there's some little markers here. The stars mean that they've established a dose-dependent response, meaning that they know that if you have more of that color, a specific amount of that color, that it is going to, for instance, lycopene reduces your risk of type 2 diabetes. So those that have star, that means that they've established exactly how much that is. The cross on some of these means that they have established a cause and effect, meaning they know that this flavonols actually does cause reduced blood pressure, right? So there is a cause and effect. Overall, multiple color pigments were associated with improvements in body weight, lipid panel, so your cholesterol, inflammation, cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, cancer, and overall mortality rate, so improved longevity of life. So I'm going to go through each of these different colors and talk about some of the phytonutrients that you can find associated with these colors. There are some overlap here, but these are just some of the main ones. Red, you find the color, the antioxidants and phytochemicals of lycopene and beta-cryptoxanthin, and they have been found to reduce risk of type 2 diabetes, stroke, heart disease, and inflammatory markers. And they can be found in things like strawberries, cranberries, raspberries, tomatoes, cherries, apples, beets, watermelon, and red peppers. Orange has your beta carotene in your carotenoids. So they are really going to help improve your cholesterol and your BMI or body weight. And you will see that beta carotene will help to decrease risk of type 2 diabetes and some cancers as well. Sources are like sweet potatoes, carrots, butternut squash, cantaloupe, apricots, and mango. Citrus fruits, now these are not necessarily color dependent, but we're going to talk about them separately because they are noted separately in the dietary guidelines later. But vitamin C is one of the most important antioxidants in the body. So really adequate vitamin C is associated with lower incidence of cancer, dementia, and neurodegenerative disorder, macular degeneration, and all processes associated with aging. So it really is quite important. You don't want to have different pro-oxidants in your body damaging the nerves. So vitamin C goes around and helps to neutralize some of those oxidative molecules and really helps, just kind of slow the processes associated with aging. Sources are oranges, clementines, lemons, limes, grapefruit. Other foods high in vitamin C include pineapple, kiwi, tomatoes, peppers, and broccoli. Yellow is associated with the phytonutrients lutein and zeaxanthin. It reduces your risk of breast and bladder cancer, lymphoma, type 2 diabetes, stroke. So some of the sources are corn, yellow peppers, pineapple, and bananas, to name a few. Green is got chlorophyll, is what gives the plant its green color. But you will also find in a lot of green fruits and vegetables beta carotene and indoles. So these reduce risk of common cold, improves body weight, cancer fighting, and blocking carcinogens. Green is just a very kind of overwhelming phytonutrient. It really is, colors deeply. And so you might not see some of the colors from the beta carotene and such, but you will find a lot of different phytonutrients in green fruits and vegetables. So these are just a few. But, your spinach and avocados, asparagus, artichokes, broccoli, alfalfa sprouts, kale, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, kiwi fruit, green tea, and green herbs. Your blue and your purple are kind of mixed together, and they have the anthocyanins. They delay cellular aging and helps the heart by blocking the formation of blood clots. Some of the sources are blueberries and blackberries, grapes, raisins, eggplant, plums, purple cabbage, figs, and lavender. White and brown, even though it isn't in the rainbow per se, is also an important phytonutrient, and there's the flavonols and allicin, and they can lower your risk of stroke, cardiovascular disease, and cancer. So some examples would be onions, cauliflower, garlic, parsnips, radish, mushrooms, pears. Those are a few examples. So here's some ideas for coloring your plate. I hope you kind of get an idea when you see this bowl over here about just how colorful you can make your plate to be. Try and buy produce in season. Try new fruits and vegetables from time to time. Buy ready to eat, frozen, canned, dried. If it's too difficult to cut, chop, or dice your food, really, it doesn't have to be fresh fruits and vegetables. It can be other types. It's more important to get them than to get the freshest ones. And if you can't eat them, if it's difficult to chew. Look at your shopping cart before you check out and make sure that it does look colorful and that you have a variety in there. That way you don't have to focus on it maybe every meal. You only focus on it, once a week when you go shopping. It's really beneficial if you have your produce ready to eat, that it's easy. It makes it more likely that you will eat it. Have a bowl of fruit on the counter, things already cut up in the fridge, having it at eye level, that makes it a better, easier to consume. Some of the great ways you can incorporate them into your diet is by having soups and salads and smoothies where you can have a lot of different things in one same dish. So I think that's, think about those kind of combination foods. Here are the dietary guidelines I alluded to. We already talked about how you need 4 servings of fruits and vegetables in a day. But they also say for older Americans, you should really try and get one from each of the following categories: dark leafy greens, red fruits or vegetables, yellow or orange fruits or vegetables, legumes, your beans like lentils or peas, and citrus fruits. So this is the 2030 USDA guidelines for aging. All right, back to our what do you think the best fruit or vegetable is for seniors? So first I have to say what the most important message is that we need to have a variety. You need to have lots of different ones so that you can get all of those different benefits, right? So even though a lot of them do the same thing, prevent cancer or reduce inflammation, the different phytonutrients work in different ways chemically in your body. So they're attacking the same problem from different avenues. So you want to get a variety so you can access all of those different ways to protect yourself. But I was saying, I think if I would choose one, my pick for the best fruit or vegetable would be red pepper. And the reason I chose red pepper is because I was looking at the content for vitamin C in selected foods. And if you can see on this list right here, red pepper gives the more than orange juice, orange, grapefruit, kiwi fruit, all of those. It actually has quite a high content for vitamin C. So not only can you find red pepper in other, in those red foods and those red phytonutrients, I think it was lycopene, but you can also find it in vitamin C is also really high in red pepper and really beneficial for everyone, but especially as we're aging. Here are some references. This is that meta-analysis at the top and a couple of other websites that I accessed in order to find some information for this presentation. And if you have any questions, always reach out to your TRU PACE dietitian. She would be more than happy to help answer any questions and set up a personalized nutrition plan for you and what your individual needs might be. Thank you.